think differently toward you.
Like, really? Like, who? So I'm oblivious. Like, I'm a part. Like, this isn't my thing. Like, it's all fine and dandy jumping around with my Smirnoff Ice and my letter until it comes to this type thing, and I'm just like, like, this isn't.
I want you to take the time, like, over the next couple of days. Or the next,
isn't the fucking nomination tomorrow?
Well, even tonight and tomorrow.
Even tonight and tomorrow.
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, but even tonight and tomorrow.
I'm, like, shaking. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, I know.
I want you to pay attention and just be an observation.
You guys don't think that's the right thing?
I've noticed, and, like, we can be real with you because we've been real with you since day one.
Yeah.
You
guys have.
We've been with you since day one.
I'm sorry, but, like, it's different with you guys and LaToya.
Oh,
I'm just going to be honest.
And I'm not even talking about LaToya right now. I just want you to know that we have been 100 with you since day one. We've loved you since day one. You know how we've acted around you.
So good,
right?
Like, the best.
Yeah.
Hey, you. No problem at all.
But, like, there are definitely people that we have noticed have switched up real quick once you got power. And I want you to just observe and see. Well, just people, you know, you'll see it. You'll see it. People that never talked to you before are all over you now. You know what I'm saying? And, like,
I know, like my first conversation with Austin and Brayden, like the whole time. Get it?
Just little, whatever, little things. But you'll notice that things tend to change when people get power. And it's like, it's very worth watching because people like us who have never changed and won't change. This is how we've been talking to you the whole time. That's real. Whereas people that are changing up will change up again when they have power. Jesus. So you just need to make sure that you're making the right decision because the quick flip can happen again. You know what I mean?
See, that, okay, awesome. See, that's the other thing that I'm so scared of happening is some sort of flip happening and Kiefer not going home. And that's another reason why I want LaToya to be the pawn because she's always the fucking starter of the flip. And it's like, you're not even on the block. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's playing, like, there's something, like, I feel like if she goes up, I don't have to worry about there being a flip.
Right.
Like, do you know what I mean? And, like, and that would be, like, she's always trying to flip it. Like, yesterday, she really had me, she asked fucking people, and we gave her answer. And she said, okay, I'm voting with you. And then 20 minutes had the audacity to come in and tell us where we're voting. I'm like, you know, so I'm just like, she's not my target. Yeah. I know she's not coming for me. And and I'm honest. I told her that she was in here, like, not too long ago. And I said, LaToya, I need to be honest, because you're honest. But you're like, you know, I've tried many times to align myself with you, and I haven't been getting it back, you know? Like that, like her in here was probably our second conversation alone this whole fucking time. We've only had one conversation, me and her alone, and I had to chase her outside to the hot tub. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean?
But do you equate, like, loyalty or targets with alliances, or how do you
What do you mean?
Like, is her not committing to that she's, like, against you? Is that
not against me, but it just puts her lower with my connections and who like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that she wouldn't put me up. I would hope so. I know you guys wouldn't. Yeah. I feel like you guys consider us a 4.
Yeah.
I don't. I wanted to. Lost spicy jet ties. I had it all go, like, you know what I mean? And then, like, it just, she's not my target. She's a flipper. She likes to make big moves. She's all about the flip. I know if she's up there, it won't happen.
Here's what I worry about. I always wanted all 4 of us to have each other's backs in this game.
That's what I wanted too.
The problem is,
like, LaToya caused so much drama for me today.
I know, like, you're thinking about what happened today, which is fine. But what I want you to be aware of too is, like, going forward in this game, I would never want LaToya to put you up either. And for us to all have each other's backs, this whole putting each other up puts us in an awkward situation. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If we're all to be good with each other.
I wish that we had this conversation before I was HOH. Like, I wish you know what I mean? Like, why does this have to be now? I wish LaToya had this conversation to me before.
But we've always said we
did. We did. Never LaToya, ever. I've tried so many times to bond with her.
But we feel the same way about Toya, in a sense that we will look out for her too. And what we're doing right now, essentially, is kind of looking out for her. Because if Toya was sitting in your spot right now and making the same proposal to us, we'd be sitting here having the same discussion.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No,
we would never encourage her to put you up. It just wouldn't be a thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Even though it's not an official alliance, we said we would have each other's backs, right? And I just want to make sure that we do. I completely get you don't want her to go home, but when you put somebody up as a pawn, what you're essentially saying is, if you go home, that's okay. And I'm not sure if that's the message you want to send.
That's definitely not the message I'm trying to send. I'm trying to send, we haven't talked a lot of game. I've noticed you flipped a lot. It's safer for me to put you on the block so you don't flip this and Kiefer can go home and you can keep my name out of his mouth. Also, they seem to be forming. Like, if I put one of them up, they're gonna come after me. Like, fucking all these people. Fucking Austin, Bray, fucking Kyle, Rowe. Like, they're clearly, something's going on. I put one of them up, then they're all coming after me. That's the pitching that's starting, right?
So they're threatening you?
They're not threatening me, but they're not threatening me. I'm thinking that.
Right.
Like, it's just, you know, they're just saying, we're not coming after you. Like, I'm just trying to, like, do what's best for my game. And what's best for my game is definitely not going against you guys.
So my question to you is, you mentioned some targets earlier, right? I think you mentioned Tara, Rowe, Bray. Where do they stand in the sense of, like, what you would do? You know what I mean? Like, what are your thoughts on potentially putting any of them up on the block?
Well, Kyle and Rowe, I freaking promised if they went on slop, like an idiot. Like, I literally made the biggest BB mistake in history.
Fair enough.
I promised every single person in this house they're not going up. Why the fuck did I do that?
Before the HOH?
Before and after. Like, just before and after. Like, I don't know why I did that. I fucked up. I didn't think I was going to win. And then when I did win, like, I was almost crying over there. Like, what the fuck did I do? I really fucked up. Either way, I have to break promises to people. I promised Kiefer. I promised Latoya. I promised Kyle. I promised Ro. I promised Tara. Like, I promised fucking Blue Line. I promised all Team Destiny. I promised you.
What about Tara?
That's something that I'm not totally opposed from that, but the thing is, she was the first person in here, and she's like, promised me like she would never put me up, and I have to listen to that. I got people to know that they're not coming after me. Like, that's so important.
Okay, but are you closer to Tara or are you closer to us?
Closer to you guys.
So Tara directly targeted me.
Tara's targeting you?
Yes.
What?
She said my name multiple times. She put me up first in the HOH challenge against Beth to get me out. She's openly targeted me multiple times. She threw my name under the bus. She was one of the first people that wanted to flip the vote.
In the house meeting.
What did
Tara raise her hand and say?
She said, I said your name.
True.
Yesterday, she pulled me and said,
oh my God.
We should flip the vote. If we're staying teams and Josh is still on your team and I win HOH, I can put him up, get less blood on my hands. If Ro's in the house, I have to put up two people that I don't want to put up, gets more blood on my hands. I don't want to commit to any alliances. I'm on the outside. I'm paranoid. She really wanted to flip the vote. Today, in the room, she wanted to flip the vote. And then, once we figured out that you're kind of iffy about it, she goes to the couch and goes, I'm voting for Josh. I never said I want to flip the vote. Just like that.
Okay, well, yeah, that's obviously a problem. Oh, boy, this was stressful. I feel bad. She was in here with Blue Line, and I was like, I promise.
But it's like, she's going to do that, though. Like, she's been, like, the most paranoid person this week. She's going to kiss your ass. Has she been doing this before? Like, when you had power? Like, has she been coming to you and talking all the time? Like, no. She's going to come. She's going to cry to you. She's going to kiss your ass because she doesn't really have anybody. Now she's going to try to jump into this alliance with Kyle and them to look for protection. But she has directly said my name. She is associated tie with it as well. If she won HOA, she told me she was putting me up. She said, do you want the chance to win a veto or do you want me to backdoor you? She literally asked me that in the bathroom.
That's fucking insane.
So, I'm just saying.
These are really fucking important points. I do not want to go against you guys, but I just want you guys to, like, realize and understand how uncomfortable is not a word, but how unconfident I am with Latoya. Like, she really I really don't have that with her, what you guys have with her, and I've tried. You know what I mean? And, like, out of the relationship, I feel like I said to her, like, and she kind of understood. She was agreeing. Like, she was not that she was agreeing, but I said, Latoya, we've never talked game before. This is your first time you're coming to me to talk game. Because I'm, like, you know what I mean? Just like you said, how people change, like, that's kind of what she's doing. She's never approached me to talk. I've approached her multiple times in front of you guys.
But aren't there other people that you mentioned that have never talked game to you?
Like who?
Like downstairs, you said Bray has
Austin, Bray,
Kyle, Rowe.
Austin talked game to me when she was HOH.
Okay.
Like Bray, I'm concerned about just because I feel like he's kind of my social
Yeah.
threat. Like
Yeah.
he's like a lot like me, and like there can only be one. So like he's like someone I was thinking too. Like so between Barry, Latoya, Tara. Like
Have you talked to Ro about game? Like before you became HOH?
like a little bit, but there was that bullshit where he apparently like put me under the bus, like to Josh. I
And
don't
do you
know
not?
what was
Do you
real.
don't think there's any truth to that?
I think there might be.
So just because he went on slop, you're gonna forget about that?
No.
When he's been saying he wants to go on slop this entire time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
'cause-
little things like that. I just want you to think about
This
it.
him going on slop
But I
wasn't
know,
necessarily.
that's a good
That's
idea.
easy.
But then I'm like, fuck, I put him up, and then fucking Kyle and all those fucking people come after me. Like, I'm just trying to think of the best way to not ruffle feathers. Latoya doesn't talk game with me, so I'm like, it just doesn't ruffle the feathers if I put her up. Like, you
But
know?
it kind of does because, like, that's like with us. Because that's kind of showing us that you would rather do what they want to do. Because Kyle has been targeting Latoya this whole time. So now that makes me think that.
Well, I like wish Latoya fucking stepped up before today. Like, it's like if I didn't try, like have you not seen me fucking try? You can only try
Yeah.
so many times with someone. Like I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I do, and I don't want to go against you guys, and it's gonna keep me up all night thinking about what I'm gonna do.
Right.
But it just, I wish Latoya gave me more,
Right.
and she didn't.
My question: how do you look at the house? When you
What
look
do you
at
mean?
it, like, do you see it in sides? Do you see it in?
No, I don't see that yet. I see that as people getting scared, and I feel like I just feel like Latoya does kind of some of the dividing herself. Like she goes to the people that she thinks is going to vote her way. Like I almost feel like Latoya's had a hand in making the divide.
No, just because when I hear you group things, it sounds like you group Austin, Braden, Kyle, and Ro as a side that you're potentially scared of 4 people coming for you. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah, like I do think something's bonding that way. Like I feel like after what happened today, that it will happen. If it hasn't happened, that would make sense.
The problem is, with that theory, it's not the majority of the house. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the minority in the house. What the scary thing is that if you make a decision with the minority side of the house, the other side of the house has more people, and we don't know who's working with who on the other side. Do you see what I'm saying?
Like, there's 12 people here. They have 4. And if you make a decision based on what they want, you have 7 people.
I'm not making a decision based on what they want. I'll tell you that right
You know what I
now.
mean?
I'm making a decision based on the people who I just don't feel the closest with, and that's Kiefer and Latoya. Like, you know, for my game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just the way. Like it is. Like she's the least. Those are the 2 people I've talked the least with. They don't know where her fucking head's at. Like I get you're like she's saying that, but like she should have told me that. She's like, why does she never talk to me? I guess that's just the way she is, but that's not me. I've tried so hard to make you know. You guys are not my targets. You're not touching that block. I can promise you that.
Appreciate it.
Are you sure those are the 2 you want to put up?
No, absolutely
Oh, okay.
not. Is that the first people in my head right now? Yeah. Do I have a lot to think about tonight? Yeah.
So theoretically, if you put those 2 up and one of them takes themselves down, who do you put up?
Probably Tara. Probably or Bray.
Okay. So
Okay.
you'd be willing to break that destiny promise
For a POV thing, yeah.
for a POV thing?
Like I was even thinking about not putting Kiefer right away and potentially backdooring him because I made a fucking promise on national television. But this is Big Brother. And I told everyone that they're safe. I feel like I need to go and say to everyone, I fucked up. I've told everyone they're safe. So sorry. Like, you guys can hold that against me because that was a really big mistake. I don't know what I was thinking. It feels like there's more people in the house than there are.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying. You talk to people and it feels like you're talking to just some, but you're talking to all of them.
Yeah, like
and then
I
all of a
feel
sudden
like,
you're
what
making
did I
deals.
do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, it always comes down to like your game
Right.
as HOH. And I'm just like Latoya, but like, I don't think Latoya would be totally shocked. Like, she wasn't really shocked when I said her name. I said, Latoya, we've never talked game. I said, when I came to you guys, like, I said to myself, when I walked away from you guys, I said, the tell-all will be if they come back to me. Because the last thing I said was think about it and get back to me. You guys didn't fucking get back to me.
As a parent, right?
as a pair.
Yeah.
And that speaks volumes. Like you weren't in on that because I already knew that you're in, right? We had more time together because we're in the same room and that kind of stuff. Because we're in separate rooms, you know, I said if they want it, they'll come.
Right.
She
And I
just
kinda came individually.
She's given me no loyalty. She's given me nothing. She's the only thing that she has going for her is you guys in here right now. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that I'm like, that's fucked. I don't want you guys thinking that I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to explain to you, for me, that she's made me feel uncomfortable. Like, and even like when she was in here, like the way she talks sometimes, like she's like, I'm not gonna kiss your ass. That like that's not what I want to hear right now. Like it's not very nice to say stuff like that. I'm not gonna kiss, like, you know. And she's just like, I'm not. Just all the stuff she was saying, it just was like, you're not making this any easier, Latoya.
You know what? Your feelings are so valid.
Like
I understand where you're coming from.
Like if we ever spoke game or we ever made a promise to each other, or like I would be like, you know. But until today, that was the only game talk we had. Like she's literally saying, watch, people are going to switch up on you. People are going to start coming to talk to you. And in my head, I'm like, you mean like right now?
One thing I will say is, Latoya, as long as we have Latoya's back and we have your back, Latoya will never come for you. She won't be coming for you.
No.
And I want you to know that.
Okay, it's good to know because I fucking didn't.
Yeah, you can take that how you...
It's good to know because I didn't hear that from her.
In making your decision, it just wouldn't be a thing.
Okay, well that
her coming for you, right? And she wouldn't put you up if she's sitting in your chair. I want you to know that. There are certain people's names that you may not be putting on the block who would do that to you.
Like who? Do you feel comfortable dropping names or not at this point? It's okay, you don't have to.
For sure, I feel Tara would feel no way putting you up.
Okay.
No way. None. There are certain other guys that I don't want to name that would also feel no way putting you up. Right? So I really want you to know that and understand that.
That's
because
really
in doing what's best for your game, a lot of the things you said to me right now are your emotions, which is fine because you have a right to feel the way you feel, and I completely understand. But I just want to make sure you're not basing your decision only off emotion.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
No, that's actually the complete opposite. I'm trying to base it on game, and I feel like if I'm basing it on game, I base that decision on game, not emotions.
Because you having not taught game to someone doesn't necessarily mean
approaching someone multiple times to talk about game and to work together, and then blatantly not being open to it and not reciprocating and not ever once pulling you aside is a red flag in this game.
You know what I think it was, if I'm being honest with you?
It's day 13.
Like, you know what I think it was, if I'm being honest? I think Toya thought that Jed and I's relationship would bridge yours with her.
See, I don't fuck like that. That's weird. Like, I get it. Like, that makes sense. And, like, that's true because I am tight with you guys. But that's not enough for me.
You know, I hear what you're saying. I'm saying that might have been a misstep on her part. But I don't know if that misstep is worth putting on the block.
Like, if I never initiated anything, I'd get it. But there were multiple times. Like, I asked her once if she wanted to just go through our jewelry. We both have a ton of jewelry. I thought we could sit and have a talk over jewelry. It never happened. I don't know. I was just thinking, I don't even know. I was just, like, as HOH, knowing I can't play next week, I'm trying to think who, like I don't know. Like, it just felt like that would be it.
You should be thinking about who would put you up, right? Not being able to play next week. And we're saying is that she wouldn't put you up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we're just trying to make sure that if you have to ruffle feathers, like there's gonna be some feathers ruffled.
Yeah, it's not only that though. It's just like I don't know. Like even today at the top of the stairs, like she was so aggressive to me.
What do you mean? Like
trying to like get Roel, like to get Roel, like at the end there. Like I don't work well with that type of aggression. Mm-hmm. Like I don't like that. I not that I get scared because I'm not a scared person, but like I don't know if our games are aligning anymore. Like I don't know if you guys are enough anymore. Like it would have been enough if we fucking did something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't want to ruffle feathers with you guys. You guys are my guys. If you guys are telling me that's the wrong move, I'm gonna fucking take that and listen and rethink it. And
we're not telling you what to do. We're just we're just like giving you.
Sure.
We just
I
wanna,
know you're not.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I just thought that would be like, she's strong. She could win the POV. She's, at least if she's up there, she's not gonna fucking flip the house like she's been doing the last 2 weeks. And like the thing is you say like, okay, like she's not gonna put you up. That's good, but like she doesn't fucking listen to me. She doesn't trust what I say. Like I tried with every bone in my body to tell her that I didn't think it was the right move to do Josh. Look what the fuck happened. She didn't listen to me, and the house blew up. And now look, the house is divided. If we could have if she never did that, and I won HOH today, we would not be in this position at all. She kind of did this. Because she didn't listen to me. I knew this was going to happen. I'm a fucking super fan. I've seen every season. Like, this isn't what you do. That's not what you do. If you don't have the votes quietly like that, you let it go. But instead, there's a divide now.
Yep.
And I'm fucking stuck as the HOH that is here. So I have to think about, no one's ever rejected me in a conversation like LaToya. Kiefer fucking lied. Kiefer's my fucking target, and I need someone to go up beside him. And it makes sense to put someone who's been trying to flip the house and someone that I'm not sure where their vote will go, if it would go to Kiefer or not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not 100% sure that she wouldn't vote for Kiefer. I know that fucking Kyle and Ro fucking hate Kiefer. So I know that they're going to vote him out. Like, I can count on their vote for that. Tara and Tina promised today that they're going to vote Kiefer.
How many? I don't even know how many votes there are.
So that's 4.
Okay.
And then,
you need 5, right?
Yeah, and then Bray and Austin, I didn't get that far yet, but I'm confident, hopefully, that I know Austin hates Kiefer. She put him up already.
Right.
And then you guys, like, he's, like, you know, and maybe, is this just a risk you guys aren't willing to take? Like, you can be straight off with me. Like, I don't want you guys to be like, fuck. Like, is this going to really screw you guys? Like, that's not what I want either. Like, you know?
Like,
I'm not saying it's
like,
really,
you guys aren't even close. Like, you guys aren't touching the block.
yeah, like obviously,
that's not enough.
Yeah, like obviously, like we want our best interest first, and we know that we're good with you. So we know, yeah, like obviously we trust.
But I don't want to burn anything.
Right, and
but
like, but at the end of the day, you do make a decision, and we will support you.
That means so fucking much.
And whatever with whatever you want to do.
Tara.
But we just want to give you all the options.
Has Tara ever said anything about me? Like that you can like I need fucking reasons. Give me a fucking reason. Like, no one's giving me a reason. Like, even Kyle, like, how do you talk shit? Like, LaToya was hinting, like, I'm like hinting that someone was talking shit about me, but she wouldn't name a name. It felt like she was hinting Kyle. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like me and Kyle don't talk game of law, but I don't feel like he would come after me. I feel like we have this party thing going. We're both kind of partiers. I mean, I feel like I sound stupid saying this stuff. I'm just trying to think of my game, and, like, you guys are part of that game.
Yeah.
I don't have many people in this game. I just feel like, you know how you said people will switch up? Like, I feel like that's the Toya right now.
that she'll switch up. What do you mean switch up?
Like, she's never talked game to me. The first time she's ever talked game to me is she's like right now, because I'm HOH. Like, she's literally doing what she was telling me. She's like, watch out, there's going to be people talking to you you've never talked to. Yeah, LaToya, you, girl.
No, but here, to be fair, when you're HOH, everybody has to come talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy she did. That spoke volumes.
To be fair. But she still was herself. She was still,
I'm not going to kiss your ass.
It wasn't like she switched up.
No, she did
She
not.
switched up her personality, which also speaks volumes. LaToya will always keep it 1,000 about how she feels. Always. I know sometimes it can
She's a strong fucking player.
I know sometimes it can come off a certain way, but she's always going to keep it real and be honest. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think Toya puts you up. Ever.
Maybe she won't put me up, but she's someone that could go all the damn way. But she's not my target, so these thoughts of mine don't matter. Like, she's not my target, so even if I do think those way, that's fine. I would love to work with her. That's what I wanted. I wanted to work with her, and I think I'm just I'm hurt that she didn't want to work with me. Like, there was a night where I was lying in bed like, ugh, she doesn't want to work with me, and that's okay. She doesn't have to. So then, but now I'm HOH, and I'm not going to forget that night where I'm like, I've tried, like, you know. So for my game, I have to take that into consideration. And that doesn't even matter because she's not my target. I'm not saying because of this and then this, I'm putting her up and I want her to go home. I'm saying she loves to flip-flop. She likes to make power moves. And for that reason, I need her up beside Kiefer because this guy will not keep my name out of his mouth and made a blatant, and he admitted it to me. He said, Vic, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a family man. I lied. I put your name out there because I was trying to build rapport with Kyle. Okay, so you were okay with throwing me and my game under the bus. Thanks, Kiefer. You're going home.